innovation pays off.
Happy morning to one and all. We know everyone is doing homework and chilling out at home. Phys Robotic Solutions have taken an initiative to bring all the top leaders and educationists on one single platform. The event is called as Visheshagya Sammelan, an international expert broadcast. Today, I, Narendra Singh Punia, principal of renowned school Chandrahasini Vidyapit, Mironi, Chhattisgarh, which is run by Sri Gopalji Mahaprabhu evam Sri Chandrahasini Devi, Sarvajanik Nyas, Chandrapur, Chhattisgarh. I want to share my views on the topic the power of emotions in teaching and learning. Yes, the power of emotions in teaching and learning. Anyone can become angry. That is very easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose and the right way, that is not easy. In the 21st century, the most significant challenge for the teachers and students will be to manage their relationship with work and with learning. This requires skills such as negotiation, action planning, and networking, added to the qualities like self-awareness and confidence. These are the skills to manage processes rather than functional skills. We are taught that emotions should be felt and expressed in carefully controlled ways, and then only in certain environments and at certain times. This is especially true when at work. It is considered terribly unprofessional to express emotion while on the job. We all believe that our biggest mistakes and regrets are due to being overly emotional. The times when our emotions get the better of us. After all, emotions are remnants from 300 million years ago when they were necessary for the survival of the species. We believe that this view of emotion is incorrect. After 300 million years, give or take a few million, human brains have gotten bigger and more complex but still have the wiring for emotions. The emotion centers of the brain are not relegated to a secondary place in our thinking and reasoning, but instead are an integral part of what it means to think, reason, and be intelligent. Emotions. Why emotions were ignored in the context of institutions? The first, the myth of rationality. Second is, institutions are not emotion free. Emotions of any kind are disruptive to institutions. The word emotion. This word gained popularity. So I am talking about emotional intelligence now. This word gained popularity in book Emotional Intelligence, written by author and science journalist Daniel Goleman in 1995. The capacity for recognizing our own feelings and those of others, for motivating ourselves, for managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationships. The ability to perceive emotions, the ability to access and generate emotions so as it assists thoughts, the ability to understand complex emotions and emotional knowledge. Emotional intelligence is the ability to reflectively regulate emotions so as to promote emotional and intellectual growth. To prove this one, research shows that IQ can help you to be successful to the extent of 20% only in life. The rest of 80% success depends on your EI, that is called as emotional intelligence. So means these days emotional intelligence is dominating on IQ, that is IQ level. So world leading organizations including Google, the US Air Force, American Express, Oppo, Vivo, Amazon, Zoom and many more are adopting emotional intelligence practices in their way of doing business. Increasingly, businesses are turning to EI, that is emotional intelligence, seeking a systematic solution to critical challenges in sales, customer loyalty, retention, productivity, and leadership. Its application in educational institutes, also for students, teachers, and parents. There are two viewpoints about emotional intelligence. If you want to check emotional intelligence, there are two viewpoints according to traditionalists and according to high performance. Let's see what are their views about this emotional intelligence. According to traditionalists, traditionalists says that emotions distract us. Emotions increase our emotional weakness. Emotions cloud our judgment. Emotions inhibit free flow of data. Emotions must be controlled. But on the other hand, according to high performers, the people who performed very high in life, they have different perception. High performers say that emotions motivate us. It is totally different from others. Emotions increase our confidence. Emotions speed our analysis. Emotions build trust. Emotions provide vital feedback. And last, that is emotions must be managed, not must be controlled. So after this, on the base of this one, the emotional intelligence is divided into two types. It is of two types on the base of people. Some people are high emotional intelligence and some are low emotional intelligence. So what does high or low EI look like? According to high emotional intelligence, they use I feel. Open expressions of emotions, not preoccupied with negative emotions, can identify the feelings of others, emotionally resilient, decision based on the feelings and logic, accepts self and others. High emotional intelligent people are good listeners. High emotional intelligent people talk about problems. On the other hand, the people who have low emotional intelligence, they always use this different type of sentences like you always make me feel. They cannot share their feelings verbally. Their negative feelings dominate. They do not perceptive to others' feelings. They carry grudges, unforgiving, acts without reasoning or logic, not accepting of self or other. Low intelligence people, they are poor listeners. They hit out when there is a problem. But positive aspect is also there. The people who have low intelligence, we can change EI, that is emotional intelligence can be changed. Yes, as the construct encompasses constructs such as emotion, regulation and social cognition, which we know from the literature are changeable. So there are 5 basic components which regulate emotional intelligence. So we will discuss about them one by one in brief. So first one is self-awareness, second is self-regulation, third is social skills, fourth is empathy, and last is, that is fifth, motivation. So the first point is self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions. As we have discussed that there are 5 components to decide or to enhance the emotional intelligence. The first one is self-awareness. In order to become self-aware, you must be capable of monitoring your own emotions, recognizing different emotional reactions, and then correctly identifying each particular emotion. The people who possess these self-awareness have a good sense of humor, confident in themselves and their abilities, and are aware of how other people perceive them. So next is self-regulation. Next component is self-regulation. In addition to being aware of your own emotions and the impact you have on others, emotional intelligence requires you to be able to regulate and manage your emotions. This doesn't mean putting emotions on lockdown, like lockdown we are facing in our country due to corona COVID 2019, and hiding your true feelings. It simply means waiting for the right time, place, and avenue to express your emotions. Those who skill in it tend to be flexible and adapt well to change. They are good at managing conflict or difficult situations. They take responsibility for their own actions. So, fourth one is empathy. Empathy, or the ability to understand how others are feeling. When you sense that someone is feeling sad or hopeless, you might treat them with extra care and concern. Identify each student and understand what makes them the way they are through appraisal and identifying individual needs. Develop discussions with performers on a regular basis. Enhance plans that will increase empathy. For example, introduce different scenarios to students so they can solve problems in smaller groups. So, fifth point is motivation. Motivation also plays a key role in emotional intelligence. People who are emotionally intelligent are motivated by things beyond mere external rewards like fame, money, recognition, and criticism. Those who are competent in this tend to be action oriented. They set goals, have a high need for achievement, and are always looking for ways to do better. They also tend to be very committed and are good at taking the initiative when a task is put forth before them. So let's be mindful and everyone knows that world is fighting against COVID-19. It is in complete, India is in complete lockdown. In a situation like this, it is normal to feel sad, worried, confused, scared, or angry. Know that you are not alone and talk to someone you trust. Be a leader in keeping yourself, your family, your school, community, and your country healthy. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you very much.